Hey, what's up, family? This is Chief Kalanago with another video. Like I said, I may do a few videos today because, hey, for some reason, I'm in the mood, I'm vibing, I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? So, I'm always feeling good, but for some reason today, I'm just, you know what it is? Last night, I normally meditate for like about, 45 minutes to an hour, sometimes half an hour. It depends on my schedule and the time that I have. But last night, I meditated for about maybe an hour and a half to almost 2 hours. And, it was a beautiful experience because I got to a place of, just filled with bliss and just so much, what you call peace within, and I literally, I heard myself breathing, not hard, but like I felt, the spirit, that breath of life. It's like I could have, I not just, you know, heard it, but I felt it, and I can't describe it, man. It was beautiful. So, I woke up and I was in a good mood, man. Like I'm feeling so great today, and I hope I could, give you some of this energy so you could just, go out today and just touch somebody, make them smile, family smile. Listen, smiling is a universal language. So at the ending of the day, I'm going to ask you, how different are we as people? How different are we? Because a smile could just brighten up your day, and so go ahead and smile with me. Smile. You know, show your pearly whites. If it's not pearly, show your. If it's not white, show your dirty smile. I mean, whatever it is, but you know what I'm talking about. Just show your teeth, man, and let it be genuine. Let it be genuine. But I seen a post on Facebook from my Facebook friend and also another Chief Hathan Ashoba, and I just wanted to share this with you because, again, I'm into, sharing information, sharing knowledge, and anything that, could help, our people, uplift themselves, free their minds, and just get an understanding of what's happening around them. I try to share the information because, again, sharing is caring. So I'm going to break down executive order because for some reason, like I said, the new elect, president, he's busy with the pen. And you see, so many people, again, like I tell folks, take your emotions out of business. This is business. It's a business. And they got a businessman to run a business, you know? And he has an understanding of business. So he's handling his business. You see, but your emotions are so caught up because they told you that your vote is what puts the president of the company or the corporation in place, which is not true. Your vote, again, it has nothing to do with your vote. Again, it's just a waste of your time, a waste of your energy. It's a business, and they had already picked or elected or selected their president. It has nothing to do with you, the employee. It's only the boss of the company that could pick a president, not the employees. Okay? They give you polls to see what your favorite is, again, to make you think you're part of it. But believe me, you are just an employee. All right. So let's look at executive order. All right, and let's break it down. And again, I want to give credit to Chief Hathan Ashoba for breaking it down. So I'm not going to take all the credit with the information in this video. All right. So executive order. Let's break. I'm gonna and I printed what she posted. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read the information. Let's break this down. We are looking at two words here. First word, executive, as in an official position at a corporation. Executive. Where do you find executives? In a corporation. So again, family, I want you to think, open up your mind, see what type of system that you are living in. Okay? Now, let's look at the definition in reference to law, Black's Law 4th edition, executive. As distinguished from the legislative and judicial department of government, the executive department is that which is charged with the detail of carrying the laws into effect and securing their due observance. The word executive is also used as an impersonal designation of chief executive officer of a state or nation. Now it says chief executive officer, that is a CEO. The whole definition carries some nuggets. You must dissect all the words. Now let's see what the law definition is for order. Order, a mandate, precept, a command or direction authoritatively given, a rule or regulation. It also deals with bills of exchange. In layman's term, an executive order is a mandate given by a CEO, chief executive officer of a corporation. Donald Trump was put in office to Donald Trump was put in office to restructure the corporation. He is the chief executive officer. Example, executive orders. It is not up for negotiation or whether you like it or not. This is business, not fantasy, where you get caught up in your emotions or your feelings. Donald Trump is a shrewd businessman. He knows numbers and how to recover a business from sinking. He knows trust law, etc., etc. He takes his job seriously, and that is why he hasn't wasted any time. He has to hit the ground running, signing contracts. Example, executive orders. Business is never personal. Emotional people will not see that. So once again, family, take your emotions out of everything. This is business as usual. It is a corporation. They put an executive chief officer in charge, the president. Your vote didn't put him there. The owners of the business put him there. So what you need to do is find out, learn laws, trust laws, corporate laws, learn commerce to see how this president of this new corporation, this new company, okay, is going to work for you. How can you take advantage of that situation? You see, I'm going to expound on this a little bit. Okay, so this is how this works. All right, for all you people who always get emotional. You have a house. Now, excuse my drawing. I mean, I used to be a good artist. I think I still am if I take my time. But so this is the house. All right? They call it the White House. All right? The White House. Now, you have on the outskirts, you have minorities. You have the so-called blacks. You have the Negroes, right? You have the coloreds, right? You have the African Americans. You have the Mexicans. You have the Spanish, all that, but all those come under minorities, all right? Now, I'm going to show you a little thing that I just drew right here, right? So you have what's called the house. So this is the house, right? The White House. Now, white in this sense doesn't necessarily mean the color of one's skin. Again, white is a status. So you have the White House. Okay? Now, you think about it. If you have your house and you have your children, right? Who do you think will have the most benefits in your house? Isn't it your children? Who would benefit the most? Your children. Now, your children have friends, don't they? They come over, they play. But are these children, the children that come to play with you, their friends, do they have the same benefits and rights in your house like your children do? No, they don't. You see, so now you have coloreds, you have minorities, you have Mexicans, you have Puerto Ricans, you have coloreds, you have all these different ethnicities on the outside, right? On the outside. And they are not subject to the same privileges or rights that this body is privileged to, because it's their house. It's their house. So you see, when you are teaching your children, when you are teaching your children to go to school, get good grades and get good jobs, and teaching them how to be rappers and basketball players and football players, remember, they still have to live by the laws and rules of somebody else. Instead of teaching them how to get in those positions, you know what? Let's get in here and let's start making some decisions that affect our people. Again, let's go back to your own house. Think about it. If you have your own house, you have your children, right? Now, when their friends come over, do their friends have the same rights and privileges in your house like your children do? No, you don't. Sometimes if you see your children's friends playing with certain toys that's precious or you deemed too expensive for them to play with, what you do? You pull your child to the side. Hey, don't let them play with that toy. That's your toy. You know, if they break it, what's going to happen? Right? It's the same thing, the same concept. Use your mind. So you are in a system, right, that you don't control. So who do you think is going to benefit from the most? The people who run the system. Their children, their kind. The so-called white. Well, again, not white in complexion, in status, and also in complexion as well. What you call white, because they use that to their advantage. So family, at some point we have to wake up and stop again. Stop the cycle of teaching our children how to be slaves opposed to running the slave plantation. Stop teaching them always it's about going to school, get a good grade, be a basketball player, be a football player. At the end of the day, you are still on the plantation. When are you going to teach your children to start getting into the house? Getting into those positions that's going to change their own neighborhoods. That's going to impact their own lives. In other words, teach them about self-governance, because they have a right to that. They are indigenous to the Americas. So it's about time you people stop being so emotional. Trump is just the president of a corporation doing his job. And you, the employees, you are bitter, you are sore, so you are emotional, you cry and you making noise. Sit your ass home and really realize what's going on. Get off the streets and see how you could position yourself so that this could work for you. Because only people who get this is going to take it and run with it. So at what point are we going to come together as a people, and create our own self-governance so that the decisions we make will affect us, because we know what we have to deal with. We know what we have to deal with. They don't care what you have to deal with. They don't. It's business as usual. So stop teaching your children how to be slaves. Stop it. Again, you are damaging your children. So I hope this video makes some type of sense. Okay? Let's get here. Stop staying on the outside of the house complaining, marching, protesting. It doesn't mean a damn thing. You are wasting your time. Okay? How do you position yourself and put yourself in here? That's what you need to do. That's what you need to focus on. Or you say, you know what? Here's another concept. They have their house, okay? The White House, okay? The White House How about let's build another house called the indigenous house? And then we say, okay, you know what? You got your house, we got our house. Let's meet in the middle and let's see how we could make things work. But the White House is not working for you because it wasn't meant to work for you. It wasn't meant to work for indigenous people. When are y'all gonna get it? Again, I'm asking you to take your emotions out of this. And I'm trying to link. I don't just do these videos, again, just for likes and views and subscribers. No. I want to wake you up, open up your mind, so that we can come together as the indigenous peoples of the Americas and do what we have to do. So where are the like-minded people at? Why am I not getting your emails? Time to wake up. Because guess what? This house is doing business as usual. The new executive chief officer, his pen is busy. And if you don't position yourself, all those executive orders will work against you. I promise you that. This is Chief Kalanago. Time to wake up. And again, thanks to the chief for that information. Peace. Share the information.